according to Republican consultant John Farner, who did serve within the Bush administration, Donald Trump is still trying to build his little offshoot Republican Party, except Farner says it's going to be within the Republican Party, and it is more of a, as he put it, dangerous wing of the Republican Party. And this dangerous wing is also going to obviously be the pro-Trump party. Farner made these comments yesterday morning on MSNBC. And I got to tell you, I don't know, right? I'm a little more skeptical. Of course, I'm not in the beltway. I don't live in D.C. I'm not in these popular circles. I don't get paid the big money to go on cable news shows early in the morning to tell everybody how to think and feel. No, I'm just a lonely guy living down here in the South, trying to do the best I can. I don't know about them big city politics or nothing. But I do know about common sense. And I do know how to read a room. And one thing I'm going to say that we all know is that Donald Trump hates the Republican Party right now. Oh, sure, Donald Trump would love to be the face of the Republican Party. He would love to be the leader of the Republican Party, but they don't want him. And he knows that. So he has spent the last few months picking a fight with every single person in power in the Republican Party, including those, by the way, who've actually been on his side the whole time. Kevin McCarthy, House Minority Leader, stood up for his election challenges. Trump still shat on him repeatedly in his final days in office. So yeah, he's got no friends in the Republican Party. So I do think he wants a pro-Trump party, but I disagree with Farner in the fact that it's going to be within the Republican Party. I don't even see that as feasible. But here's why Farner thinks it is. This is quote. He needs to get involved in the primaries to get his name and face out there, his message out there in order to drive up more of his cult of personality. And he's building his own party within the Republican wing. Trumpism, the cult of personality, whatever you want to call it, it's dangerous to democracy, and we encourage the Republican Party to go back to its roots to follow leaders like Liz Cheney, standing up to bullies like Donald Trump and looking out for the future of America. Yeah, Liz Cheney, right? The woman who believes that if you're not a heterosexual person, you shouldn't have the same rights as others. The woman whose dad shot a man in the face, and her father also responsible for some of the worst foreign policy mistakes the United States has made in our lifetime. Yeah. That really, that's what we want to go back to? This is why I don't like listening to these never Trump Republicans, folks. Because they're like, well, Trump is so outlandish and crazy, and we don't want that to be our face. Can't we get back to the good old-fashioned Cheney days where we just went over there and bombed the hell out of a bunch of brown people? Isn't that what the Republican Party's supposed to be? By golly, let's get back to our roots. No, your roots are rotten, okay? Your whole party is a weed. It doesn't matter if you're at the roots, if you're at the stem, or if you're at that ugly little flower that popped out on top that looks like Donald Trump's hair. The whole thing's a weed. And you got to pull it out from the roots. You got to get rid of it. No more weeds. So yeah, Trump does want his own party. He does want to keep his followers. He wants to be the kingmaker, but he already knows he cannot do that inside the Republican Party, which is why their idea for the little Patriot Party is now starting to kick around. But if he continues to not be able to get on social media, all of this is moot. Because Donald Trump's microphone in the last couple weeks has disappeared. And because of that, a lot of these Trump cultists have already turned tail and ran away from him. That's how powerful those platforms were, and that's how meaningful it is that he lost them. Now, again, you can argue back and forth all day whether it was the right thing to do, whatever. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is his influence has disappeared. So whatever power he may want to have in the future, whether inside or outside the Republican Party, as it stands right now, no matter what he attempts to do, he is never going to be able to recreate what he had.